Rebecca and Bertati, the two recent versions of success. So I have requested, in fact, begged them that no. So please come and talk to our student as to how and what it takes to be there. So they have kindly agreed, and then they'll give you a few minutes. Then we'll have a lot of discussions to talk. And then I've requested, since they are here and they're yet to go to Lavasana, so might as well, if they have some more time, and then probably can come back and then speak to you about certain content and certain things as well. Today I have just requested them that they address you, and if you've got any question you can ask them. Who speaks first? You speak first?
Hi, good evening. I am Rimita Shah. I've secured 566 rank this year, and I've also cleared Forest Service with a rank of 125. So I would just like to share a few things. One, that congratulations to all of you. You're sitting here, it means that you have taken one step further, one step forward in the direction that you want to go and the aim that you want to achieve. So congratulations for that. And second thing is, there are a few things that I would like to share from my journey. I took several attempts to clear, and the lacking or the flaws that made me take so many attempts. So first is not understanding the syllabus properly. So I thought that if I do not read the syllabus properly, that is not something a big deal. So that there I was wrong. So I would just mention the things that I did wrong, so that you do not do that. Right? So you have to read the syllabus very properly. UPSC has given a very detailed syllabus, and mostly for mains, and it's very exhaustive, and questions do come from there itself. Right? Second thing is, identifying your strengths and weaknesses. So you have to identify them. Everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses. Some would be very strong in essay writing. Again, some would be a bit decent or weak in essay writing, however very strong in answer structuring, right? Or remembering facts. So that is also very important. So identifying your strengths and weaknesses and working on them, right? Elevate your strengths and as well as work on your weaknesses so that they do not pull you back, right? Third is selecting the optional. So when I say selecting the optional, I say that the combination of you and the optional subject, that is very important. So you have to understand which optional subject will work best for you, right? People will say go for anthropology or sociology or anything else because they are giving good scores, but that is not it, right? So I had electrical engineering in my last few attempts, and there again I was wrong, what I was mentioning. So that did not work for me. But again, it did work for many students, including this year's rank 1, right? So electrical engineering as an optional is not bad, or it's not that it is not giving scores. It did not give score to me, right? So I had to change the optional, and I changed to anthropology, and it gave me the rank that I wanted, right? My optional score was around 150s, combined the two papers, and this year it's 290. So this is the difference that the choice of optional has done for me, right? Third thing is focusing on the important topics, right? So you have to also see that you do not neglect any topic. For example, essay students generally tend to neglect because they think that it's something that can be done in few days or few weeks. But again, that is not it. And essay is one of the topics or subjects in mains that is directly proportional to your hard work. So the amount of hard work you given, the marks will be there, right? For GS, it is not true. Like I'll not say true, but the cost-benefit ratio is sometimes not fruitful. But for essay, ethics, and optional, Your marks will be directly proportional to your hard work, to your inputs, to your efforts, and that will give you the score or the rank you want, right? So these are the few things that I wanted to say. I did not choose the option correctly. I did not read the syllabus properly, right? These are the two mistakes that I did, and that took me several attempts to clear the exam. Okay, so if I am to write the mains again, what I will do is I again read the syllabus properly of the GS, because optional I have done decently well. 290 is a tic-tac score. Right. Now coming to motivation. So I have been reading Sir's book a lot and I see that Sir has mentioned few things. First is the 6D approach that Sir has talked about. So 5 W's and 1 H. What, who, why, when, where and how, if I'm not wrong, sir. So these are the few parameters that you have to chalk out before you start your planning, you start your preparation, right? What do you want to do? Why do you want to do? How do you want to do? That is very important. Chalking out a good plan is very important. And then comes motivation, right? I have seen that Bengalis are generally a bit not appearing for the exam much, even when I was staying in Delhi. So I went to Delhi not to take any coaching, but I wanted to have the environment around me, right? I did not take official coaching from any institute, but I stayed there. I stayed in a PG. I joined a study room. I used to go in the morning and come back at night, and I wanted to feel the competition that is going on. That worked for me. It is also very much possible staying at your home. That is no doubt, it is possible, right? So motivating yourself is very important, right? You cannot depend on others to motivate you. You have to be your own motivation. And secondly, I would also like to mention that going to Delhi is not important. When I went to Delhi, I was not aware of so many initiatives that are there in Kolkata. But right now there are so many initiatives, and I would say that if you do not want to go there, stay here, take the guidance. Guidance is very important in this preparation. Syllabus you can cover from any book or anything, but guidance that you require is very important. That will save you 2-3 attempts, I'll say, right? So guidance is important, how to do it, chalking out a good plan and seeing whether it is working for you. Okay, and coming back, when I was staying in Delhi, so when people used to ask me, where are you from? And I used to say, I'm from West Bengal. So they used to be very astonished. Like we have never met anyone from West Bengal. It's very rare that we see people from West Bengal. So that was something that is there in Delhi, that people or students from West Bengal do not prepare or do not come into the list. Right? There are very few examples around you, I will say. Right? So if you do not find examples to motivate yourself, I would just say, be the example. Okay? All the best.
Good evening, everybody. Let me give a brief introduction of myself at first. My name is Bratati Datta, and I have secured All India Rank 346 in UPSC Civil Service Examination 2023. This was my second attempt, and my optional was agriculture. And I would like to mention that I was also associated with KSG when they were the part of SNT CSSC. So I had taken 10 years coaching program and all these things, 10 months coaching program from them. And another thing is that so I have seen their classes and all these things, and I never have gone to Delhi for this preparation. So whatever myths are there, that whether you should go to Delhi and prepare or not. So I think that the entire preparation, except the interview stage, when I was preparing myself for mock interviews, then I went to Delhi for the first time. Rest of the thing I have done some self-study, and rest was with this institute and all these things. First of all, from my experiences, after writing various other competitive examinations and all these things, the crux, what I understood is that, first of all, before writing any of the competitive examination, be it UPSC, WPCS or anything, you should go through some basic rules. First of all, yeah, please. First of all, what Rimita has already said, that understanding the syllabus properly. First is that you should you should not jump directly into preparation stage, right? First of all, you download the syllabus. There are many videos in YouTube. Also, sir will take many class where because there are many vague part also in syllabus. For example, in GS paper 3 economy, you will not understand directly, or in geography GS paper 1. But sir will give you some micro parts, means how to decode the syllabus. So go through that part also. Then you can understand better in a better manner. So first key is that understanding the syllabus properly. Second is that understanding the previous year's question paper. You will not understand in the first step, right? So what can you do? Just keep it aside, or when in your study table or anything. Just go through it whenever you are getting some time. It is also equally important to understand the differences from WBCS and UPSC. You can, when I have never written, I have written the last time, but in my mind UPSC was the one only goal. But look, everything is uncertain, right? So UPSC is a big thing. You try to go through the syllabus of other similar things you may go through, but try to understand the differences of all these things. For example, in WBCS, if you will write, also there is a good news that in the coming time, the syllabus of UPSC, WBCS is going to they are just trying to align with. It will be a very good opportunity for you, so that you can prepare both simultaneously. But now at the time, if you will look very carefully, the mains is different and the structure. So try to understand the pattern from. So first, syllabus understanding. Second, previous year's question paper. Third is the mindset. Go through many toppers videos and all these things, whatever there are available. Try to interact with, if you are here now, so try to utilize all the opportunities you are getting from here. I think Panda sir will come. When we were at ATI to take our coaching, we used to check our answers even at night. In 12:30 a.m., 1 a.m., we used to do that thing last year. I think if Panda sir will come, he can tell you. So whatever opportunities you are getting here, try to interact with with seniors, try to interact with teachers, listen from everybody, then listen to your heart and take the ultimate decision. Listen from everybody, right? Nobody can, in this examination there are so many myths, so many like confusions, like whether we should take coaching or not, whether we should do this or that. There is no single answers. You should have an approach that I will talk to so many people, I will try to interact with teachers, seniors, but at last I will take the important things, whatever seems to be important for me, then I will take my own decision. Okay, so listen from everybody, then listen from your heart and take the ultimate decision. This should be your mindset. And then I still remember when I was in the class and sir used to come at the institute. One thing sir told us, that time is worship. We often we often think that work is worship. But sir, at that day, we often get stuck in why we are not able to complete this task and all these things. But if you can limit the time, if you can think that time is worship, I will have to complete this by this time. And once you are in this preparation journey, just stay focused, give your 1000% effort. Don't misuse your time, because you don't know what uncertain things that may come in your life in the upcoming journey, right? So just plan accordingly and give your 1000% and just get out from this from this Chakravyuh or UPSC, because really it's a Chakravyuh. If you are entering, you should have some Arjuna like focus. You cannot be Abhimanyu and just get stuck into all these things, right? So have that clear cut mindset, a winner like mindset. So these things are very much important. Syllabus, previous year's question paper, listening, interacting from seniors, teachers, and having a mindset, right? Then coming to some other thing like practicing and revising things. Sir, when I used to write mains answers and all these things, I used to interact with sir many times. So sir used to say that uh, skill is much more important than the content. We always run behind content, what to study, from which book, lots of resources and all these things. Always limit your resources. This examination is not about showing off your knowledge and all these things. This I means, whatever I, as per my experiences, this examination and this is all about management. Even if you are entering into administration, you are not going to show off your knowledge, right? There you will have some limited resources that you need to utilize in an efficient manner. So what is all these things? Management, right? So utilize your, means limit your resources, practice more, revise more. Sir will also tell, you should follow that thing also. So limit your resources but practice more. And whatever mock test, if you were here now, if you're taking coaching, whatever mock tests they are going to conduct, even if you will get zero, mark my word, even if you are getting zero, still you should sit and you should try to write the examination. Don't skip, right? Because writing test is not about just to get the good marks and all these things, to see your name in the pdfs and all these things. Because ultimately the last day is the final day. Even if you are getting top rank in mock test, it may happen in the final examination, you may get some disease or all these things. So believe in the final day, but practice. Whatever, if you may get zero marks, it is not necessary in every, but why writing tests are important? To habituate your brain, when to sit for those continuous 2 hours, to train your brain for that moment. So don't skip any test, right? Even if you were, even sometimes I used to feel, means when I used to write mock tests at ADI of KSG, sometimes I used to feel that no, I should skip this, but still I used to remind my mind, no, you have to sit. So pep talks, give yourself pep talks. Means even if you are hearing me now, even if you will hearing sir, until and unless you are motivating yourself, nobody, even God cannot help you. So try to motivate yourself in this journey. It is the biggest motivation, right? So you need to take care of yourself in this long marathon of UPSC. So writing tests are very much important. Skill is important. Sir will give many good tricks how you can write, mean for mains answer writing. I think, means it was my first mains, and believe me, it was my means second attempt, but technically first attempt, because last year also in 2022 I had completed my masters. But I used to regularly I used to connect with sir. Then RB Singh sir is there of KSG. To I always used to send my answers to Delhi KSG centers. They used to give me feedback also. We in a very good time. Sudeep sir is there. You can ask them if you will face any technical issues and all these things. Follow their feedbacks, try to improve, and also try to check your answers. Means do a self evaluation also. You will understand the differences. And also they will say you the skill part, like how you can utilize less content but more, some keywords, some technical things, so that you can enrich your answers. And means not only with content but with better presentation, better structure. So they will guide you in this way, very good, in very good manner. So follow their structure, follow their suggestions also. And last, that believe in yourself, believe in the timing of everything. We all are the sailor of same boats. We all have come through lots of struggles and all these things. So if today I am here, next year you have all the potential. Just believe that time is worship, and believe in the timing of everything. If you have prepared your mindset to write this examination UPSC, give your 1000% effort, believe me, and you have to make it. Just grow with this mindset, right? And if you are facing any problems and all these things, just let me know. Let means do interact with sirs and all the seniors, and just take the suggestions, then utilize your own brain and just get out of this chakra. Okay, thank you.
You have any questions? Probably they can. Do you have any question in your mind? No question at all? है ना?
Look, as I had also my time constraint, as I used to mention, and also it was my second attempt. So whatever problem you were facing right now, I also had the similar type of problems. But in my case, na, I had followed a layered approach. What layered approach? Like, not from the first day I am starting reading newspaper or writing answers. From not from the first day. At first I have tried to make my base, my foundation well. What foundation? Like, I will, because it was, I was starting from the zero level, and initially I had not taken any coaching and all these things. Initially I tried to build a foundation by self study. So I have gone through ncrts and all these things. Then gradually when I joined the coaching, then I have gone through their course. So in my cases, I used to follow that a layered approach, like first foundation, then I will go with coaching. But if you now, if you are starting, so I would like to suggest that just have the current awareness at first. You will get the booklet. You need not to start to gathering all the notes from current affairs from the day zero. At first, just go, just have some current awareness whatever going around you, and just try to make the foundation first, the static portion. Once you will be once you will be mature with the static portion, then start connecting with the things with the current affairs. For example, if last year one Lingaraja temple issue was there in current affairs. So now you just you got the awareness that okay, something is happening around about this Lingaraja temple, which is in Orissa and all these things. So now come back to the GS paper 1, art and culture, and just study the Kalinga architecture. So having the current awareness, linking it with the static portion is very much important. Question will not ask that what, not from directly from current affairs. For example, if any governor issues are going on with state, with any of the state, they will not ask you that whether this issue is right or wrong on all this. But what you should do, you should go to polity book. You should have a glance of the chapter governor. What are the powers, positions, what are all these things. So this is important, current awareness, linking it with the static portion, and go with slowly. Means don't, means for my cases, I never used to make any notes for all these things, but gradually I have tried to do all these things. No, look, it's, we are human being, right? So we cannot recall all these things. Just, means you should just go with the layer approach. Why I'm saying that, gradually it will happen. You will not recall everything initially, but have faith on yourself. Then after some day, just when you will be more mature with the static portion na, then gradually it will automatically start to getting absorbed into your brain. Okay. And also, whenever just even if you were writing the test series, RV Singh sir once told me, sir, actually I had my time constraint, so I used to talk to sir. So sir, and I also had these issues not preparing current affairs. So RV Singh sir has used to tell me that better go with the test series, and whatever environment related question, whatever science and tech related questions you are getting na, from test series, just these types of questions you make a separate notebook, separate question bank of these types of question. Because sometimes current affairs, even if you were, means it's not possible to remember every news. Whenever you are writing the test na, then also you can prepare current affairs, whatever wetland is in news, whatever national park is in news, whatever species are in news. For example, in environment, in science and tech, automatically they will give you in question paper, in test series. On also analyzing test series is very important. So while analyzing, identify the current affairs question and make a separate note of all that, all these things. So one, every day just have build the habit of reading current affairs to have an awareness. But whenever you are analyzing any question paper, your answer sheet, then whatever current affairs you are getting na, make a separate notebook of all this. You can do these things.
I will just like to add few things. One is time management is very important. So you are saying that after you have done with your coaching, how you want can manage your time, right? So divide your day between, one is again I'll be quoting from Sir's book, that one part would be for new learnings, second part would be for revising, right? So if you're reaching home at 9 p.m., say after the coaching, relax that day, do not open your book, just give yourself some time, Next day morning, wake up whenever you wake up, like for example, say 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., and sit with the notebook that you had written the last day and just revise it. Because that will be fresh in your mind, and revising it will just fix it in your head. So that is very helpful. Okay.
Yes, you joined me in facilitating them. So probably, they have been getting cutting ribbons and getting flowers all over. So I presented. I have the privilege. Here, one to the camera. You have to come here. Who gets first?
So this
You
is
get
my
first.
second from you.
Oh really?
So
God bless
I
you.
would just like to mention Sir's contribution or support in my journey. So I connected with Sir before my interview. So like 3 4 days were there to my interview, and I
She
had
was super excited and she was like all the way rocking.
no
I
sir.
just happened to be there.
That
No, no,
was
no.
just the opposite. I just like to mention my
No, no,
honest
no. Please, please, please,
things, sir.
please.
So it was probably Monday was my interview, and it was Wednesday or Thursday. So I had just given my interview in one of the accredited institutes, and I was very heartbroken because it went very bad. So I was
No, no, no.
I
You.
was cribbing all day, and one of my friends, he knew me well, so he just told me that you can go and meet Hamza once. It was probably 11 p.m. in the night, and he was telling me just go and meet Hamza once. I was like, I don't think so. I will meet now. It was very late. So like 4 5, not even 4 5 days to my interview. So then also around 12 a.m. I messaged sir. I was like, sir, I was sorry to message at this hour, but I am very desperate. I had got very bad feedback in my interview today. So I want to meet you, sir. And he replied that come, come. So he did not like tell me that okay, take my appointment or you can meet me after 2 days. I'm not free
She
today.
was very disappointed that I am not a big fan.
So I went there and I met sir and he asked me the questions. Took a very short 1 hour of interview and then he gave me a very motivating time where I actually got motivated and that was like after this I'm not going to attend any other interview. This is my last meeting with any person before my interview. So whatever marks I got in my interview, I would have got much less if I had not met
Oh,
sir in
please.
my interview. And
Please,
that is
please.
sir my honest
You're very
feedback.
generous, very
No sir, no
generous,
sir,
very
I
generous.
promise you. So after my results came, I messaged sir and also when I was in Delhi I went and met sir because that was something I needed to do.
And they're very privileged. So one thing they haven't told, you have to be very gracious and very, very generous if you want to be here. So she has given all the words which I don't deserve at all. And then this is unquoted message which has reached you. You have to be giving gratitude to anybody you come across. So that's something which is very, she's a very humble person. And she was there already. I just told her that you were there. So that's how it is.
So sometimes we need that
I
motivation.
think so, and I'm so happy that I happened to be there. Uh, yes.
As I have already told many times that as I was associated with SNTPC and Ksg, means even they were in collaboration. So I used to take many of the sessions of sir, and also as I have already mentioned many of his names. So time
That's something which I'm going
yes.
to talk.
And they are treating you as like your children only because RD Singh sir always used to call me as beta. And even in evening, in morning, whenever, since before means I was really so much in means I was going through a difficult phase of my life. Means they used to call me even it will get some numbers. Panda sir is there, then Ankit sir is there. Even so
So back to business. Well, I think gratitude is important, no? And that speaks that they are a job has not been allocated. They're both likely to get IAS, it seems, IAS or IPS. But then I suppose whatever job, I mean, if you are there in the holy PDF of UPSC, that changes things around you. So I suppose I like to take you through today about certain things which I expect that you should be doing. Am I audible in the back? Can you hear me in the back? So I today would like to. Tomorrow your class will start. Formally, you will meet Rashid sir. Some of you may have heard about him and met him. Uh, and the formal class will start. I would like to use this evening with you to uh, get to you a few things which they were just talking about, and then reinforce one more time as to how one can possibly proceed in this journey. Because orientation to me is very important. If you have oriented in the right direction, um, of course, it is your energy. It's you who will be doing. But then orientation is something which is very important, and that's why this we call this as orientation day. So let me orient you. I suppose the first thing. Maybe I'll use some different words to what they have been using, but almost same thing which I'm going to talk about. The first thing I like you to be very clear about is the purpose. I suppose I'm very keen that you are aware about the purpose that you are wasting your evenings with an old man like us. So you have to be very clear why you are into this journey, because to start is very easy. You can always start. You can ask your kid sister, kid brother, that shall we start for IS preparation? They say, all right, let's start. But then it's not the starting where you have the medal. Medal is the finish. So, and then to sustain from the start to finish is the purpose which will basically keep you on the track. So I really sincerely wish that you should have your own why, your own reason, your own purpose to be very clearly defined. And that's going to be your purpose, it's not somebody else's purpose that you can take, hey, this is my purpose. Because ultimately, you are. I don't know if you believe in this or not, but I strongly believe. That's why I must tell you, you are not into an all India competition. This exam is, to my understanding, is definitely not an all India competition, which lots of people say it's a very tough competition. It's an all India competition. All the bright people write. I sincerely believe. I don't know if you believe it or not, but then let me just explain to you. I don't believe that it is an all India competition, because in competition, when you are running on a track, you know that who is running with you, how far I am ahead, how far behind I am, and that's what competition is all about. And you're competing with equal people. Uh, and that's what it is. Like if you're starting a 100-meter race, you're starting from here, and somebody joins from 60 meters, an IRS, fourth attempt, fifth attempt. You are like whatever age, 22, 23. Somebody is 30 years, already prepared for 6 years. Somebody joining it here, IPS. Do you think you can compete with that person? Can you imagine that you are a fair featherweight and somebody is like heavyweight? There's no competition at all. You are actually not competing because there's no competition. You're sitting in Kolkata, somebody is sitting in Ernakulam, somebody sitting in Leh. You don't even know that whom you are competing with. Can you compete with that person whom you have just not known? So there is absolutely, there is no competition. There is a meta competition. I think that's something which what she was talking about. And you are, Meta, Facebook wala. I mean, Meta is like uh, to itself, right? Say, for example, meta philosophy. Philosophy is philosophy. Meta logic, logic's logic. Metadata, data of the data. So there's a meta competition that is where you are uh, definitely not competing with anybody. You are competing with the most difficult person on this planet. I'm sure you know that person. The only person you know is your own self. So you are actually competing with your own self. You're not competing with anybody else. I suppose this is something which people take a long, long time to internalize because they quite often say that somebody is ahead, somebody is like that, somebody is already, and then somebody who starts here at 22 years of age tops in the country at times. Can you imagine that the first attempt tops the country and somebody who's giving fourth attempt, already an IPS, is not competing and probably remains IPS only? I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. Because this competition is not across. Competition is with its own self. And that is something which I really, really want to emphasize. And if you have internalized this, that I'm competing with myself, every hour you're looking behind, that am I a better version than 1 hour behind? Am I better than my yesterday's version? Am I better than the last week or last month for that matter? So if you are in competition with yourself on a 24/7 basis, I promise there's nobody who can beat you. I think you are in competition with. Do you agree with me? This is not an all India competition. People complain this is an all India competition. People complain that hey, somebody's have got this facility, somebody's got that facility, without talking about your own facilities that you have got. I mean, I think the day you take your own charge, I suppose you've done your job. I think that is something which is what I want to like. You are in a meta competition, and then the book she was on a regular basis she was quoting because she is reading that book, and in that book I was talking about, I have listed 91 themes through which you are competing with your own self, and this is the book she was talking about, uh, meta competition. I'm marketing my book. Uh, I know you people are not going to buy it. It's available on Amazon. I'll have to arrange this book for you. Don't worry. Don't have to spend money. I think like the topics that you're competing with your uncertainty. Continuous uncertainty. Love me not. Love me not. Love me. I mean, that uncertainty is there, so much of it. And you are constantly competing. That's one topic. And in 2 pages, I finish this. That's it. I can't write too long. And it's not a whatever academic book. You have your own limits, beyond the limit. You're happy wherever you are within your own limits, and then you're not pushing yourself. I mean, my reach is higher than my hold. Only thing is that am I crossing my limits or not? Am I going beyond my limits or not? I hope you're getting that. So this is one issue that you have got. Have you pushed yourself? Because ordinary and extraordinary, what is the difference? Extra. So some extra effort, have I put that extra? You become extraordinary. You could study for 1 hour. Am I reading 1 hour, 10 minutes? I'm pushing my limit. I wanted to revise 5 pages. Am I revising 5.5 pages or not? Pushing my limit. Because you're not competing with anybody. Remember that. This is one thing which I am time and again telling. You're competing with your own self. And you are pushing your own limits. And that is what is about BTL, beyond the limit. Inner Everest. We talk about climbing the Mount Everest, doing this and that. Have you climbed your own peak? I hope you're getting that. You have an Everest within. Brooding rumination. Brooding rumination. You know rumination? That cows and buffaloes, they take out something and then then they again take out. They keep. We kind of always keep doing. Last year, no. Oh, yesterday, no. This, that. I mean, they keep on pulling things from past and keep on spoiling their present. So that could also be identified as a um, major factor that definitely is operating here. So likewise, I have got 91 such themes which are listed in this. Uh, uh, Learned helplessness, changing role from receiving to contributing. They're like my own personal experiences, which has been given by you over these decades that I have got. Like this one is like changing role. I mean, I see that one very big problem that I find, and this is part of evolution. You all know that of all the animals who are born, human or Homo sapiens sapiens are the most dependable ones. Like, I mean, they require to be taken care of. Like you see a chick which comes out of an egg. In about 1.5, 2 minutes, it is like limping and walking. A goat, a calf, they all like kind of a few hours, they all on their own. And we like dependent for a very long time, isn't it? And then you kind of dependence is like for everything for a few years, then for whatever health for some more years, then for whatever finances for still some more years, and you somehow reach somewhere close to about 18, 19, 20. All this while you have been dependent, and all this while you have been given. So what happens? You get corrupted by the idea of this, and you expect every time from everything, everybody, because all this decade, all this nearly 2 decade, you have been given and you expect, oh, KSG teachers are not good. Let me fail. They are not doing good job. Oh, KSG material has got one spelling mistake. Expect one spelling mistake, throw it. Oh, my family is not supporting. My neighbor makes so much of noise. How can I study? Oh, my stomach is having pain. How can I study? Expectation, because you have been corrupted by the society. All the time you were given, and remember, there is a time you cross that limit when society starts expecting back. But you are still expecting that somebody will help me, somebody will make me an IS officer, and then whatever, while the society itself is expecting that she will solve or he will solve my problem. And you were expecting that my problem should be solved by somebody else. That was the topic which was there, which I was talking about. Expectancy, role changes is there. You want, let's understand this. Why you are being hired? You are being hired not to launch a satellite in the space or to develop an alloy in the laboratory. You are being hired for making road. While there is a Hanuman Mandir on the road, while there is a Dargah after that, while there is a Jhopalpatti after that, there is a green patch of trees where Chipko movement is going on is there. But road has to be constructed. You got the point. And then they want Ziddi people. I hope you understand that. They want a Ziddi people. And you say that, hey, why this KSG faculty is not good, why this material is not good, why my family is not supporting, why my background is supporting, why my health is not supporting. Imagine if they were all supporting and you were sitting idle. Do you think you can become an IS officer? So if they all collectively cannot make you, how they can individually stop you? That's very logical, very logical. But since you have been all this while corrupted by receiving, your expectation is so high. To me, it is an oxymoronic to assume that Dr. Khan, take my charge. I say, why? I want to become IAS officer. Then I say, why? I want to take charge of a district. Come on, goddamn, take your own charge first. If you have not taken your own charge, if you can't take your own charge, how can I assume that you can take charge of a district? Take your own charge today. I suppose the day you have taken your charge, I think you don't need Dr. Khan. You don't need anybody. And if some of you may be thinking, I've already paid fee. So he's telling me now after taking admission, but that's the truth. I'm a teacher. I mean, I think I want to die an honest teacher. I want to convey this small thing to you, that you're all worth gold. And if I'm a very successful teacher, I would have made you realize that you're worth gold. I hope you understand that. Sometimes we don't take ourselves too seriously. And that's where the problem lies. We take ourselves both halke mein. I don't know how to say this in English. So we should not take ourselves lightly. Have full respect. And then don't expect from anybody. Nobody is going to come and put a pat on your back that, hey, you're doing very good and you will succeed and do like that. No. Expect only from your own self. Expectation otherwise breeds only misery. So stop expectation. A lot of beautiful relations we have lost because of expectation. Why she said like that? Why he said like that? Why he did like that? No. Don't expect even from his stomach. Yeah, you're not stomach. Are you stomach? Sounds crazy. Stomach is having pain, not me. Can you think yourself beyond your stomach? I think this is where the things are happening. I suppose take your own charge, and the day you have taken your charge, you have no complaint with from anybody, and you have done your job. I suppose people like me will be always available to guide you. There'll be always people available. You just do one exercise on the Google bar, type how to become IAS officer. Just the moment you press enter, in less than a second, a few lakh answers would come. I mean, that's easy as that. So, how to become? You can ask anybody. Now, though, you have Gemini also, and you have got, they all will give advices. Those advices would be relevant, but then these advices to me is like map, Google map. The life cursor only moves when you move. Let's not forget that. It will not move unless you move. Make a wrong move, doesn't matter. It will tell you that take a U-turn from 200 meters. I mean, that's something what they can. But if you don't move, you can only see. I hope you understand. You can't reach there. And keep walking. Somebody would advise you something or other, and you will reach your destination. I suppose you have to take your own charge. I mean, I think that's one thing which I like to tell you, because you are not in competition with anybody. You are in competition with your own self. And celebrate yourself, give good command, give good challenges, and then enjoy the whole process. Because only three people are to be celebrated in life. I mean, that's what I have always felt, for which you don't have an option. First is your mother. Do you have an option of mother? Mothers always have option of children, and most of the mothers have got more than one. So celebrate your mother, because you don't have a choice of your mother. Second is your father. You have choices of brothers, sisters, friends, sadly spouses, and still worse, God also. इस दरगाह पे काम नहीं होता ना, उस दरगाह पे चले जाएंगे. So you have a choice of even God. I mean, that's something which is what people have got. And third, I'm sure you know that you don't have a choice of your own self. Dr. Khan will find somebody to put the picture outside. मेरे को मिल जाएगा. We worked very hard on ourselves. Every year we'll get some selection from one center or other, one place or other. I have a choice. Do you have a choice? So I think if you can take one thing from me, that you are in a meta competition, you have to be finding a better version on a daily basis, and then that's what it's going to matter. That's when you are going to go in the right direction. Now, I suppose be clear of why, because there are a lot of rigor, lots of challenges, lot of difficulties, and if you're clear about why, you're moving towards your goal. And then you could possibly find this is one goal that you have got. I can possibly give you one route. Hey, this is the route that you should take. That's one way. But maybe some other faculty comes here. He would say that Dr. Khan, nice person, but old time. So this is the right route. Possible. Taking to the same goal, same destination. And then I suppose you were climbing on my route or Ksg route that we have created. And as you climb high, you are breathing heavy, no? Natural oxygen is getting less because you're going up. And remember, if you're breathing heavy, you're going up. If everything is very smooth, nice and beautiful, you are on a downhill. So just watch how life is there. If the life is like majama, so news is bad. If life is tough, I think you're going up. You're going up. That's a simple test. So what do? You jump on this. Then suddenly, uh, you are watching some YouTube, and then some IS bhaiya comes and say like, hey, this is the route I used. And then you are as such not happy climbing this. You are more than ready to. Then you meet an IS Didi. She said like, see, my rank is higher than IS bhaiya. And you are as such, so you jump from there. Go to this Didi wala route. Trust me, if you keep jumping like this, what you become is a pendulum. Any single route was good if you stuck on to that. They can be sometimes diametrically opposite. Somebody says, read newspaper. Somebody says, don't touch newspaper because I did not touch newspaper. I was only using material. Somebody says, material is nonsense. You can't read it. So you only read magazines. See, magazines also is the right route because all these people who we are talking about, they all have achieved, they've reached the goal. And you are confused. Confusion is the biggest killer that you have. And I suppose confusion would possibly diffuse your focus. I have this number will help you in taking care of your confusion. Can you note it down, please? Anytime, any confusion, I'll be most happy to attend that. That's my personal number, 98102 93743. And you can call me anytime you want. I mean, that's what they have said. Because I know you are reasonable people. And if you're calling me at 12 a.m., that means you need me at 12 a.m. And I think your aunt is used to it now. She doesn't complain anymore for last 15 years or so. She is used to because it's not changing. So I suppose if you have really something really bothering you, because I don't want you to stay with confusion for too long. Confusion, diffusion, these are the kind of things which is taking the energy away. And what you have to do is just put all the energy at one point, no focus. A fire will produce from a concave lens. Simple. What they do, they just put all the energy at one place. So no confusion, no this thing, and that's something which is what I'm keen on. So I suppose today I'm a little more keen on explaining to you about the things. She was telling you about a syllabus. I hope you remember. Batati was talking about. Even Amita was telling about the syllabus. You should be very clear about your goal. I think. Can I take 1 minute and explain about this goal thing? There's a lot of time the confusion is there. A lot of people get overwhelmed, and that's something which I like you to be clear about. See, there's one set of goal is we call them as academic words I'm giving you. That is uh, crowning goal is the word they use uh, crowning goal is like a goal which is your life's objective. I want to contribute to this motherland. I want to be helpful for the society. I want to be honest. I should, when I sign off from this planet, I would leave something which people will remember me for. I would work for my community, my society, my country, the fellow men, downtrodden, all these kind of goals that you have got. I mean, I'm sure your goals are also something very close to that. If you have already thought about that, what is going to be my life's goal? These are like crowning goal. That I'll be honest. Do you think that you need to work anything for that? These are like very much part and parcel of your existence. That's called as crowning goal. The second, this crown or the what do you call that tomb? That thing has to be placed on something. where this crown has to be placed. This is called as capstone. This capstone goal. This capstone goal for me is a teacher. I want to be a teacher to be honest, to contribute to lives of the people, attend to the, and then leave some mark on this in this world and something like that. It could be an engineer. It could be for you a civil servant. It could be for somebody a politician, a social worker. Anything is your capstone goal. I hope you understand that. Crowning goal, capstone goal. But capstone goal is too far away. You can't really imagine I start working like an IAS officer today. That I will sanction the roads in a remote area, I would open a school, I will ensure the health facilities are good. I don't think you can work like that. So that goal that you have got, in fact, itself has to depend on some other goal. And that goal happens to be a Dubé goal. ADOBE. A Dubé goal is the kind of bricks that you have on which you're going to put this capstone, on which you have to put that crown. I hope you understand. So what you have is the session goal, a Dubé goal, the 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever you study, that is going to be a Dubé goal. And I suppose you have to be careful about that as the goal that you have got. I would like to basically spend a few minutes on that kind of goal. Are you all with me? Because sometimes people start thinking about how to write answer like these people have written. How to become an IAS officer. What kind of a speech I will give when I become IAS officer. Come on, that's crazy. That's crazy. You can't really. It's something like thinking about the airport and driving my car. You know whom you're going to hit first. You'll bump here only. And that's why a lot of people do and get overwhelmed in the whole process. Oh, I can't write that answer. That model answer is there on the web. My answer doesn't match with that. Imagine if you start matching on the day one with the answer they have written, you are awfully off the target. So I hope you understand that. As such, you don't have to compete with them. You have to compete with your own self. Yesterday's answer and today's answer. Today is better than yesterday wala answer. So that Adobe goal. How many hours that you people have planned to study? Don't look so blank. You study, no? So I think some of you looked at me like, what is he talking about? Study? Please study, no? Yeah, thank you. I was losing my beats here. That whom I'm talking to. How many hours? 6 to 8. 8 hours is the higher side. 10 hours. 10 hours. Wow. I am becoming emotional. 10 hours of study every day, no? In a month. So I suppose this perspective has to be established. 10 hours. No, but then you have to. Adobe goal. Adobe. The bricks. Every day, how many hours? Come on, let's. 8 hours, huh? 8 hours. 8 hours? I'm just learning you. 8 hours. Class is not counted. Class is for fun. Uh, so we have 8 hours. Anybody bid more? Competition, no. 8 hours. 8 hours one. Shall I sell it? 8 hours. You want to change? 8 hours two. 8 hours sold. So 8 hours. Let me learn a little more. And how many hours you study in one session when you sit down? 3 hours? 3 hours in one session? Wow. That's really impressive. 1 hour, 1.5 hours. See, this is a monkey mind, no? Very big monkey mind. So I suppose you will realize when you come to my age what I'm going to say. Uh, the distractions become lesser and lesser. Your age distractions like so many. So I imagine in my age, with so much less distraction, so much of training that I've given to my mind, still this monkey mind cannot concentrate more than half an hour. For me, I need to really explain to you when you have that Adobe goal, and my we are in the month of July. Next year, we're writing the exam, most of you. I would assume that I expect from you is about 25, 30 hours a week. 25, 30 hours a week. Is that something which you can do? But I will give you my definition of nearly 4 hours a day. It'll roughly come to 4 hours. And don't worry, you're not machine. You can't really study 4 hours every day. 4 hours. Some days can be 3 hours. Some days can be 6 hours also. Week average should come to lowest 20, 25, higher 30 hours. 4 hours a day, for example. And imagine when you are reading, I suppose when you pick up a particular topic and then anything that you are reading, the parliament oversees the executive branch. Oh, that branch is on my tree, which has got, yeah, mine flies. Then you suddenly, oh, no, come back. Holding it accountable through a mechanism like no confidence motion and debates. Motion is a problem. Suddenly, some of you think of a constipation that you had last week. Mind flies. Trust me, it happens. You know why it happens? Because you have a fixed target, a frozen target. And I'll tell you the technique that you should apply. It will not fly off. And then what I basically would like is that now the time is 5:40. Is that? You write an expiration time for this page. Let's say you have written 5:58. You read like this. Suddenly you will find that your mind is flying, and then you are here, and this is like 5:52 already happened. You are not sensitive. You have not trained your mind. Then what happens? You have still got 5, 6 minutes. So you read with full concentration up to this time up. Change the page. Because here you have got 6:12 is the expiry date of this page. So I suppose if you have a dynamic target, your mind would stop flying more. It will fly less and then will stick to that. Keep a dynamic target instead of a fixed target. Because you know what? Why it happens like that? If I ask you, what is your focus? That I should do it well and you satisfy with your action, or you want outcome of whatever quality? What is your focus? Satisfaction or outcome? Satisfaction with your good. Do you understand? I should, if I do it, I do it well. Satisfied. I'll request sincerely from today onward, can you stop chasing satisfaction? Because that's a big mistake all of us do all our life. We're chasing quality, we're chasing satisfaction, and we just do not work. I will do it, then I do it अच्छे से. I will write an answer. Dr. Khan would also remember what kind of answer he read. I am sleeping tonight. This is what happens. So I think from today onward, I would like you to stop chasing satisfaction. Because the moment you stop, because half the thing you left, you turn your page, you taught your mind to become efficient. You getting that? You bought the newspaper, and in psychology, there's a term called sunk investment fallacy. I spent money on it. I better read it. Read it with good quality. Everything is gone off the toss. I mean, you have written that this is the expiry time of this newspaper. Within that, whatever happens, happens. Better is the biggest enemy of good. Do not chase satisfaction. Don't ask the name, but I'll not tell you the gender also. Somebody sitting with me, showing the mark sheet. Sir, I'll speak in Hindi. आप लोग हिंदी समझते हैं? सर इस पेपर में मुझे ना हाईएस्ट मार्क्स नहीं है. So what? I mean, how does it matter? You are rank 1 of the country. No, 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 sir. ये मेरा पेपर सबसे अच्छा हुआ था. This was my best paper. This was not so good. There I have got the highest marks in the country. But why not in this paper? I think, बेटा एक रैंक के ऊपर कुछ नहीं होता है. You already rank 1. But sir, this was my best paper. I wanted highest here. You got the point which I want to convey. Even after getting rank 1, you would remain unsatisfied. That's human nature. That's human nature. So if you are chasing satisfaction, you are in wrong lane. Please do not chase satisfaction. Chase efficiency, chase outcome. Because the moment you are chasing satisfaction, you are making yourself an absolutely lazy person. Because quality, satisfaction, they are like a very, very wrong thing to imagine even. I mean, you focus time or you focus target. Let's say, for example, you have given 11 o'clock that I would finish learning all the articles of fundamental right. Article 12 this, 13 this, 14 this, 15 this. And then 11 o'clock I have to sleep. That was the target that you had. So what happens is that it's already 11 o'clock and you are stuck with 19 only. Because 19 has so many clauses. So will you sleep at 19 or you have given a promise, karna hai to karna hai? You will push it because it's a target, that promise that you have given. You go to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock you say, yes, now I remember all the fundamental rights. And you go to bed at ungodly hours by my standards. And you're not getting sleep. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock you sleep. And 4 o'clock when you sleep, I suppose you're supposed to get up at 6 o'clock. You end up getting at 11 o'clock. The next day is ruined. I am not bothered about your next day ruin. What I'm worried about is that you told your mind to become inefficient. And that is a very huge price that you have paid. Because this mind says this person has got eternal supply of time. कुछ भी टैक्स नहीं लगता टाइम पे. So let me just lazily use it. If you had slept at 11 p.m., telling your mind you're not good, so whatever 30% you may have achieved, next day similar target, it will give you 31% output. Trust me. I mean, that's something that is very, very important. Those people who achieve more in life is not that they work less or they get more time. They only become more efficient. And this is one training we never give to our mind. Please give your mind efficiency training. You wanted to read newspaper, 30% happened, time up. Bin that, throw that off, newspaper. Next day you pick up similar target, you will have 31% coverage. 100% never will happen. But 1% efficiency addition is something which I really sincerely want that you should give to yourself. I suppose when you are sitting there for half an hour with a dynamic target, you will find that by looking at the time, your mind is more concentrated. And be brutal. If the time happened, no matter how much you have read, please change the page. Just be brutal. Your mind would learn efficiency. And that's a very big learning that you have got. I hope you understand that. And then when you are learning, I suppose every half an hour, I would like you to remember why you're writing this examination. You're writing this examination as a student or as an examinee? Vidyarthi or Pariksharthi? Pariksharthi. That's a Sanskrit word for it. So it's not that how much you packed in half an hour is important. How much you packed for retrieval is important. Every half an hour, I would imagine that you have picked up one fact that sticks to your mind for the time that you're going to write the examination in. So that's something which is what I would like you to. Every half an hour, can you pick up one thing? Which can be one fact, one data, one word, one concept, anything one half an hour. If not, that half an hour is not counted. And that way, whatever you have picked it, can you write in a small piece of paper and put in a box? So that you have got 8 such chits collected every night. And then before sleeping, you ask your mind that what all I collected. So if you have only been able to recollect the same night, only 6, Please get back and read 2 more sessions of half an hour each. Because it's not how much you pack is important, how much you retrieve is important, and that's where I would expect you to be acting like an examinee, not like a student. Newspaper also, you read newspaper because people have advised you to read newspaper. I suppose if I ask you 3 days back, what was the topic? You don't even remember the topic what you read. So you're not reading for the examination. Read for the examination. Read less, but read something which you can use in the examination. If you can't use in the examination, there's absolutely no point in reading such things. Are you getting my idea? So only 4 hours, half an hour each. Give it a try. Give it a try and then see. You may not be satisfied, but satisfaction is not your target. Is everybody very clear? Stay unsatisfied. I promise you, I know personally so many rank ones. I haven't met a satisfied rank one. So even after getting rank one, you're not satisfied. So why you're worried about it? A lot of times, the small things we miss out. If you've got 2 things to do, urgent and important, which is your target? Something which is urgent or something which is important? Something which has to be done right now is urgent. From today onward, never. Never give a damn to urgent. Give important thing importance. Because it is important. Urgent can be important also. But if it is important, that should be given emphasis. I hope you understand that. Urgent, suddenly somebody would come, no, let's go, we're getting late for the movies. That becomes urgent. That's not important. So just decide. Of course, there is Eisenhower matrix for this. American president did it. But I don't want to go into academics and study what is Eisenhower matrix and whatnot. But between urgent and important, important is study as a student and examinee is important. Between outcome and satisfaction, outcome is important, not the satisfaction. I suppose you getting this as small things, and then I like you to orient you to that. So knowing your goal is very important. And how do you know your goal? As uh, Bhartati was trying to explain, syllabus is the thing, no? Syllabus is important, and then I like you to by heart the syllabus, and then sooner you do, better off it is. So by hearting the syllabus is extremely important, and because you would know as to where you are going, which is your destination, what is your goal. The second thing to understand your goal is PYQ, previous year's question. I mean, I think UPSC is very indicative when it comes to syllabus. And then one has to really understand as to how the syllabus goes. In fact, you will be receiving a booklet from us. This is updated till last year. You will get a fresh one because on 16th we had PT, no? So after PT we kind of update every year. So we'll get an updated version soon. But this, what I'll tell you what we have got here. Because knowing the syllabus is very important. And that's what she was saying, that you will be explained as to details about it. These are the blue ones, are the syllabus which UPC has written. This is our dissection of the syllabus. When they say this, these are the things which you should be looking at. I hope you understand that. That's an elaboration that we have got like this. Then after that, what we have got here is, I want you to just by heart the blue ones, or the syllabus that you have got at UPSC website or anywhere Ksg website you can get it. Then after that, what you have got, there are a lot of things which are connected with this from the current point of view. There are certain things like NRC, NPR, the citizenship topic here. So even now it is in news. So maybe some of them will change and some of them will continue and then some of them will add. Because you will get a latest one. This was corrected up to last year post PT. So we'll give you that what is the current with which this subjects have to be married, static married with the. This is a very powerful book, and I think there's a lot of research goes into this. Then after that, there are some reference linkages that exist. What I mean by reference linkages is basically when you study in silos, right? History classes starting. history, polity classes, geography classes, ethics classes, whatever classes. This all happens in silos. But when UPC asks a question, it breaks all the silos. Right? A question comes where they can possibly ask something like how current development in information technology has led to the emergence of uh, pink collar jobs, to what kind of policy intervention is required to improve the exports of software from our country. Comment. Now this question is from social issue, administration, economy, technology, or social, or what? I mean, probably everything. So those silos have to be broken. And those silos have to be broken, and that's where we have got here reference linkages of the syllabus. What I mean by reference linkages, this topic connects, like this topic, let's say, for example, evolution of Indian Constitution. Evolution of Indian Constitution will be taught in polity classes. But in modern Indian history classes, they will teach you cabinet mission plan. And can you imagine that cabinet mission plan, if you miss out, you will be able to connect with evolution of constitution? Certainly not. So you have, when you study, try developing linkages across. Because women is a social issue on paper 1. Also connects with the constitution and policy paper 2. Also has got economic footprints paper 3. Also has got an ethical dimension paper 4. So one would really imagine that one topic runs through and through, not to be seen only in compartment. And that's what in this section we give reference linkages. And once you have understood the syllabus, you will be able to really appreciate. Then after that, we give you the PYQs, PT questions which have come from here. This year, there's so many questions which came from the classes. I mean, you've seen the Ksg's website on analysis of the thing, the one that we discussed in the classes at one stage or other. Then we got this PY questions. Some questions are given. After that, we given a QR code. We want to save trees and money both. So, remaining questions you can possibly take it from here. And this is what is like previous year's mains question which has come from this topic, because we have to understand the syllabus in the real sense from the kind of questions which have been coming. And if you are oriented to the goal, I think you are a lot more organized in your process. Then after that, then we'll give you some questions to practice. This we mostly change every year, most of it. So these are the questions that you can practice on. So this gives you an idea about, wholesome idea about the syllabus that you have got. And I would be very keen that you should ultimately become a good examinee, orienting more. Having less fact doesn't matter. Information is so much that you have got. I suppose the classes that we're conducting here, we call them as omni-channel. You know omni-channel? Omni-channel is like all possible interactions, like physical that we talk about here in the class. Sometime when you're not here, you can always get this through the cloud if you are not traveling on a particular day. But then if you can come on some days, and then you can take the classes here physically, because physical interaction, asking and listening in the class really makes a big difference, for the reason that the same information which is in the books, or you have more information in your mobile than I can ever imagine giving you. Already you have it. You don't know which one to pick up. But here, when you're listening live or through the camera live, you know this vibration in the air is going to be for a very brief part of a second. If I get it, I get it, otherwise gone. So a lot of time, the same thing you take 3 days to learn from the books or from the YouTube, because concentration level is low, because you know that I can replay it. And here you know that I can't replay what Dr. Khan is speaking now. Your concentration is high, and you pay us so much of money for your own concentration. I think I'm disclosing the secret of our model that we have got. But that's the truth that you have got. If you're watching it online, I would like to insist, please, 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 please. Have I said 5 times, please? 4 times. 5 times. Please, do not give your option to replay. Because the moment you give your option to replay, your mind goes that much lethargic, that much relaxed, and reception got that much lesser. I think it is very important that you heighten your attention, your reception, and then you would be able to really achieve far more in the same time that you would have done otherwise. So even if we are doing omni-channel, or hybrid is like simple word. Hybrid is like physical and this both together. But then omni-channel is like, I mean, whatever you can call, you can talk to the mentors, you can show your answers, you can come. So this is what in this place we are doing an omni-channel method through which you have all the possibilities of using the information. But then my insistence would be, do not give your option to replay. Because the moment you have got options to replay, I promise you already have got more than what KG can ever give you existing in your mobile. But since you have it, you can take it anytime you want. You have already enough data that you can use. I suppose you never do it. And here, when you have got a fixed target, fixed time, fixed moment, your efficiency goes higher, and that's when where we survive. I would like you to tell you that this is goal thing clear to you. Then the third thing I'm really very keen on is that you make space for the task that you have got. Let's say you all are very busy people. You're doing already so many things. And if you think that let me take up IS responsibility also, I think it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea because you're already busy. You're doing 20 things every day. And then you got 21 things. Even 20 things quality will go down. And this 21st thing definitely will not be good. So you have to make space for this. Making a space means like people often ask me that, tell me what to do list. What should I be doing to do? I would say that make a list of what I will not do, not to do list. So you have to basically go back home tonight and write down, I will not do this, I will not do this, I will not do this, I will not do this. And then there you're saving some time and energy, isn't it? I will sleep 1 hour less. Save 1 hour from there. I will have my screen time not more than 6 hours. It has to be there 8 hours. What is your screen time these days? Have you ever measured your screen time? कितना होता है screen time? 5-6 hours. So save 1 hour from there. Screen time. I will not attend more than 6 birthday parties in a month. कितना होता है? Unginat. As many as come. I suppose you have to be saying that I will not attend more than. You have to make a long list of I will not do this, I will not do, and that's when you make space to accommodate this target that you have got. I hope this is coming clear. So that is extremely, extremely important. And is that clear? Spacing, not to do, recantation list, a giving up list that you have got. Fourth thing which I expect you to be doing is audit failure. Nobody wants to fail, no? Is anybody who wants to fail? No? But people fail. You know why they fail? Because they don't want to fail. Yeah, mostly people fail because they do not want to fail. There is a word which I always like referring to is attachiphobia. That's my one of those favorite words, fear of failure. And fear of failure is the reason why people end up failing in life. Because they just keep on procrastinating failure, they don't fail enough. Imagine an ideal day. You woke up at 8 a.m. I can't imagine somebody sleeping that far. But you woke up at 8 a.m. First thing you did, WhatsApp status you checked, your friend's birthday. All right. So you're thinking about that, what kind of gift I should be giving to that person. And you first congratulate. The moment you congratulate that person, he says, like, calls up, hey, we're meeting for lunch. And I've called your other friends also. You say, wow, what a day. So you decided for lunch, get ready and go buy some gift and then go for lunch, have fun. And while you're having this fun, your family called and it's like, we are going out for a dinner when you're coming back. You say like, I've already eaten too much. I don't want. No. You have to because we have to go movie after that. You say, oh, what a day! So after that, you go for family dinner. Then you go for a movie. You come back at 1 a.m. in the morning, and relax, and then it's like, thanks God, you gave me such a beautiful day. Next day, you supposed to get at 4 a.m. and then you used snooze facility of 3 times 5 minutes. So you got up at 4:15. You failed in getting up in time. You promised yourself that I will do exercise for 1 hour. 45 minutes you got tired and you failed in that. Then you had promised yourself that I'll revise 2 chapters. You revised 1 chapter and time got up because I told you focus time, not the outcome. So you failed in that. Then after that, you said that I'll remember that many facts. Half the facts, time got up, you got fed up, you failed in that. Then you said that I'll write 3 answers to show to the faculty here that they had given. You could only write 2, and the third thing you could not have time, you failed in that. I suppose you failed in 15 things. Which is a better day? The day in which you failed 0, or the day you failed 15 times? The day you failed 15 times is a better day. Your failure is the only guarantee that you will not fail in life. Life is very simple, actually. You have a clear option. You want to fail in KSG, you want to fail later. Where? I want you to exhaust all your possible failures. So start failing. Do you see every day, have I failed enough today? Because if you have failed enough every day, I suppose you are vaccinating yourself against failure. Yeah, I mean, that's what the simple technique I tell people. Like, I mean, you have this, the virus of poliomyelitis, you take as a OPV, oral polio or inactive polio vaccine, whatever. It's the virus that goes, the body fights and learns how to fight. So when the real one comes, it fights and then you are cured. I hope you understand my point. Similarly, if you do not want to fail, start failing. Fail as much as you can. Fail as soon as you can, so that there is a fewer failure left for you in life. I hope this is a meta competition. You're competing with your own self. I always quote this because that's really touched me. Usain Bolt, everybody knows that. I don't know, I saw a video where his father or his coach, I'm not sure who was it, he was saying that I can't see that person practicing because I feel like throwing. Because the kind of thing he pushes himself to, the limits that he tries to cross, is something which, as a coach or as a father, I can't watch. And that's when it becomes Usain Bolt. I hope you understand that. He would have competed with himself few lakh hours. While on the track, he did compete for less than half an hour or nearly half an hour. Total completion that you combined, second. He was competing with others with such a small time, but he was competing all this while with his own self. So remember, you compete, fail, compete, fail, compete, fail, compete, fail, compete, fail. I mean, I think you will not break. You will not break. Anything, anyway, I always like to quote this Nietzsche, anything that doesn't break you makes you stronger, isn't it? Kelly Clarkson, lovely singer, no? Have you heard about that? Anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's a so you will not die of a small failure here and there or 20 failure here and there in a day. You would not, but then you would have become stronger. That is the principle of anti-fragile. Have you heard about anti-fragility? The concept given by Nassim K. Taleb. He's written a full book on that, thick book. Says the same thing. I mean, you 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 just I mean, what do you do in the gym? You keep breaking your whatever cells, the body repairs. You break again, repairs more. Break more, repairs more. Ultimately, you have got those all those dollars and whatnot. So anything that doesn't kill you, all those failures that has not failed you in life, will ensure that you don't fail in life. So आज के बाद failure शुरू कर देंगे. Will you start failing? To me, I think you should, before sleeping, ask yourself that how many times I have failed today. If you have really failed an impressive number of times, please relax and sleep. If you have not failed at all, get up, fatafat do char fail karo, and then you sleep. Because to me, and in a very simple way, failure is the only guarantee that you worked. If you're not working, you're not failing. But then trust me, I told you, if you're not failing, you're collecting failure. And it's always a good idea that, I mean, I fail fast. जितना जल्दी हो सके फेलियर शुरू हो जाना चाहिए, और आज से शुरू हो जाए तो और भी अच्छा, जितना जल्दी the better. Anyway, coming back, it's not easy to fail. You have to work hard and then fail, because if you just sit idle, you don't fail. So you only work hard, then you only fail. I don't know, आज सारा चीज उल्टा ही बोल रहा हूँ. I am asking you to leave. Yeah, this is what you create a space, no? I'm asking you to fail. You all came here to learn how to pass, but please. And I'm giving you like all opposite suggestions that you have got. But I suppose this is how I see life. This is how I see people achieving in their lives. And I know it is difficult, but goddamn doable. Absolutely doable. Because I told you that the country needs some Ziddi people, no? Zid, 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 zid. I mean, I think if you have, there will be lots of negatives all the time. All you have, all the failures. I, I always quote this because it has touched me a lot. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I often quote him, his example. You know Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, Mr. Universe. How many times? I think it was for quite a few times that he stayed as Mr. Universe. He says that while I was preparing for it, I had a fatty muscle on my thigh. And no matter how much I'll try hard, it will not go. So, you know what he did? He tore his jeans there. He tore his jeans, and wherever he go, the people will tell him, Annie, man, you want to become Mr. Universe? Look at the fat up there. You want to become Mr. Universe? No way. He said, like, every time people will say that you cannot become Mr. Universe, my resolve will get stronger. I hope you understand that. And that resolve, when people say that you can't become, he thought that now though I will definitely become. And he says today is the best muscle in my entire body. So you can always crack. I mean, you can always crack. I mean, you are a pitcher, you are a pumpkin, somebody throws, you crack. But if you're football, if the people are throwing you down, you bounce back. You bounce back. You're not pumpkin. You're not pitcher. That let the people say that I cannot do it. And every time they say that you can't do it, your resolve should get stronger, because it's what you have inside makes the difference between pumpkin and a football. What is there inside? And so it is like your own thing that you have got. And uh, I'm not going. They say like time up. Uh, actually, you actually are in your own competition, and what is there inside that really matters. I've always liked a book that I often quote people or recommend people to read. Will you read that? A small book. Uh, who moved my cheese? I don't know. I keep recommending this book, and it's a if you are starting something as a new project, this is a very beautiful book to start with. Who moved my cheese? Dr. Spencer Johnson is the author, and it is available on net free में. But don't read those sequels they've got. I did not move your cheese. Did I move your cheese? Who said I moved your cheese? Don't read any one of them. No, do not. Who moved my cheese? I think I like you to read it before you sleep tonight. Am I expecting too much? Who? Dr. Spencer Johnson. Who moved my cheese? And then, can you send me a WhatsApp? You have my number? Can you send me on my WhatsApp that what have you learned from this, whatever time you finish it? Because I promise, if you read this before you sleep tonight, it's about 50, 60, 55-page book, very thin book, one sitting. I promise you will wake up a different person. That's my promise. If it doesn't affect you, you can call me tomorrow and say like, hey, Dr. Khan, you spoiled my hours. I can take all the blame. I'm so confident about this book, and I am recommending at the right time, then we should read it. I How many pages are there? Can you find it? There PPT version, there animation version. Don't watch. There is a video version. Don't watch. Read the book. That soaks better. How many pages are there? Could you find the book? It's available. It's available on the net easily. Sorry? 30 pages. 13? No, that's a shorter version. I think 50, nearly could be 94. But there's like one sitting, no? 94 pages, like, and you'll be able to identify yourself with some character. Some of your life's event with some events of that is mentioned there. It's as engrossing. It's as engrossing. And then I'm waiting for your comment on that book tomorrow. Let me explain a bit on how we are going to take you through this entire process. Of course, you will be working towards it through that Omni channel as I'm talking about. I have got your entire course that we have designed. It is on 3 verticals that you have got. Vertical 1, which is like any coaching institute would do the same. There'll be some faculty traveling from Delhi, and somebody will speak about geography, somebody for history, some polity, and like that. Then these people will give you explanation of the topic, of the syllabus. They will give you some dictation as it happens, some dictation they will give, and also there'll be certain material and books that will be given to you alongside. I mean, you have those, and these collectively become sigma GS, total GS. Then on vertical 2, what I thought, in case you had not come to Ksg, you still had the chance of passing this examination as much as you have now. So what you would have done on your own, keeping that in mind, independent of this, I collected like current affair material that you would have collected. You would have read, I would say, NCRT, some other general knowledge or whatever that you have got. So we will give you something like this. This collectively is also sigma GS, right? Like NCRT, you have NCRT is not written for you. There's so much of repeat, like 6 to 8, 8 wala 10, 7 wala 9. We have taken the cream out of that. We have been churning on a regular basis. This used to be very thick. We'll be giving you some more versions of this. School book read up, we call it. SBR, popularly known by students. So what we have here is that we'll give you that much of page of the thing that I expect you to read every day. They'll be on the vertical plan, they'll be given like read SBR 1 tonight. You will understand from the office, they will explain as to how. And then that is all your UPSC journey is. I'm not asking you to go for that Adobe goal, this capstone goal, or for that matter, crowning goal. I'm asking for this Adobe goal. Tomorrow, till then, this is 1.5 pages your UPSC, and this is 1.5 page or 3 pages or 2 pages is your civil services. And then after that is a new thing which you've done here. There's a QR code which is attached. If you scan it, sometimes my video, sometimes some other teacher's video, that will come give you an idea about this topic that you've read 1.5 page. That's a new thing we have done. This book is live book. It's first time anybody using this. And then anything we need to update, when you scan it, we would have updated on that end and you will get the latest version. I think that's something which is very, very unique that we have done. And here we'll be doing the test and you will write the score that you have got. Right? So this is something which is what I like you to follow, and then assume that you will do it. Can I trust that you will read all the material? Yeah, I trust in God, but I lock my car. God may be busy. So that is why I suppose I have got a third vertical. So every day we have a target. You will read that and we'll have some questions asked on that. Every day there'll be some, it's more of a tuition kind of thing where homework is given and next day there'll be somebody asking you. Then there'll be something like, let's say this economy has done some proof of delivery test that can be done. There'll be like a class test of CIWP, current issue writing practice, where we kind of dismantle all those things that we have got. And then also, on current issues, we'll have some essay type of question. And then we will also work on skilling. At the moment, I would only like you to start with this power writing, and then whenever you in the vertical plan, you see that power writing is like asking you to do skipping while you're practicing for running. I'm building some muscles so that you gradually get into that, and that's the thing for which we have really charged you a lot of money. Skilling. I mean, I think big part of your, but any skill, I suppose, information can be transferred. Skill has to be acquired. So if you are not acquiring, you have already paid for it. It's your fault. And skill can't be taught here. It has to be definitely acquired gradually. And then I suppose I like to tell you how to acquire skill. I suppose, do you people know Japanese? Anybody knows Japanese? No? Do you know Japanese? I know Japanese. Give me, let me concentrate. This is my favorite Japanese. Can you read it? This is called as Ganbari Masu. I don't know. For me, it's like H, ulta I, and then pound, and then Z. This is how I learned it. So this is how they write in Japanese script. Ganbari Masu is like practice till the time you hit the perfection. And that is the secret that I am going to take you through. Ganbari Masu. Please remember, I don't know if the pronunciation is correct. Ask your Japanese teacher if I'm pronouncing it correct or not. But it's called Ganbari Masu. I don't know what is Gan, which is Bari, which is Masu. I have no idea. For me, it is H, a particular type of H, फिर उल्टा वाला I, and then उसके बाद pound पे दो line, and then after that a Z का गोल. That becomes, skill is going to be acquired like that. We're going to work a lot on this because I know the differentiator is a skill. Trust me. If I ask you, uh, uh, what is your opinion about the capital of West Bengal? Critically assess the significance of capital of West Bengal. Narrate the importance of capital of West Bengal. Comment on the capital of West Bengal. I'm asking question where all of you are equal with the information that Kolkata is the capital of West Bengal. Do you think that all of you write same answer? No. Half the time you don't understand what I'm asking. So, and that is something which is where I will come into picture. That's where I would like to explain. And that's where we expect that we will achieve collectively something bigger. So please be sensitive on that. Please know the importance of Ganbari Masu, uh, skilling, and then that's something which is what I would like you to work upon. Practice, and it helps. It works. I suppose I'm getting some smiles also now. The chit has already come. I would be leaving. You all have my number. I would be very happy to speak to you. You can send me WhatsApp. You can call me whenever you want, wherever you need. I'll be very happy to speak to you. Is there any one quick question that you want to have now to be addressed, or we can talk personally on phone? Yes, please. Yes. Newspaper helps you actually evolve as a, I would call a movie reel. Like, I mean, you see an event evolving. Like a speaker selection, before election happened of a speaker, there were article coming every day. But otherwise, there is a frozen thing which is available as an article. So if you see it on a daily basis, your consciousness gets better. And that is why I sincerely request that you please do newspaper. But buying newspaper doesn't mean that you should read newspaper. Sunk investment fallacy should not be there. In the beginning, yes. In the beginning, yes. But as you progress more, as you know the syllabus, you get more refined. Experts, no, and you're not expert. So probably you can't pick up what they are trying to give you. So for that, initially, I would say, see, I mean, I think it is always nutrition-wise is complete to take a MACD burger. Nutrition-wise, you'll be good. But a balanced meal is a balanced meal. I think that's something which is I recommend. One day के लिए चलता है, एक बार के लिए चलता है, आपको कैलोरी पूरा कर देगा. But I think a balanced meal would come from the kind of मम्मी का जो खाना होता है, right? हाँ बेटा. So why are you reading it? So write it down within the same time. So you have focus is on the fixed thing newspaper. Focus on the time. Every half an hour I have to pick up something. So your newspaper reading will be like searching for a lost information. And then when you start reading newspaper, you read it faster, and then you'll be able to pick up something which you can remember. So half an hour in newspaper, one fact. Another half an hour, one more fact. Another half an hour. Who wants to complete? Why are you chasing your satisfaction? I told you, you're chasing satisfaction. I should complete the newspaper. How many you have completed and how much you remember? So don't chase satisfaction. Chase outcome. Chase efficiency. Right? You can ask these people how to get this book free. These people would know. And in the meantime, I can give one copy free, which is lying in my hand. Who wants it? You take it. So one copy delivered, and remaining you also will get it. Thank you very much, and it was lovely talking to you. And have a lovely evening ahead. जो भी बचा है. God bless. Thank you.